Greetings, Cosmos, and welcome to Super Metroid. Let's see how this goes. Hold on. Where's the sound? Okay. So, as you can see, I played on this recently. Whoops, wrong button. Takes me a bit to get used to the button inputs on this every time I play. So first off, let's change everything so that it makes sense to me.
The last Metroid is in captivity. The galaxy is at peace.
I first battled the Metroids on planet Zebes. It was there that I foiled the plans of the space pirate leader, Mother Brain, to use the creatures to attack galactic civilization. I next fought the Metroids on their homeworld, SR-388. I completely eradicated them, except for a larva, which after hatching followed me like a confused child. I personally delivered it to the Galactic Research Station at Ceres so scientists could study its energy-producing qualities. The scientists' findings were astounding. They discovered that the powers of the Metroid might be harnessed for the good of civilization. Satisfied that all was well, I left the station to seek a new bounty to hunt. But I had hardly gone beyond the asteroid belt when I picked up a distress signal. Ceres Station was under attack. And this is how it begins. So, this was actually the 6th Metroid game I played. Space Colony. Woo. Let's see, I think the first Metroid game I played was Metroid Fusion. And following that I played Metroid Prime because I was so wowed by Fusion. And then on Prime I played the original Metroid. I hated how so many GameCube games like the Mega Man collection and the original Metroids had the A and B buttons swapped compared to how I would have preferred. Oh, hey, here's a Metroid. No sign of attack here, so let's just grab it and go. Oh no, it is Ridley. So yeah, aside from little jokey bits like that, I'm not going to pretend like I don't know what's going on. I've played this game a few times before. I'm not going to speedrun the game, but I am going to use a few speedrunning tricks. Well, a speedrunning trick, and I'm going to use it badly. Because I like doing things out of order. It makes me feel like I'm pulling one over on the game. Anyway, back to my story, while I fight this hopeless boss that I'm not meant to win. Which is why I'm kind of not really trying. Okay, yep, boss fight over, time to get out of here. Anyway, the original Metroid. And I had a heck of a time with the original Metroid. And then after I played Metroid Prime 2, and eventually the Wii came out, and I can't remember if Super Metroid or Metroid Prime 3 came out first, but whatever the case was, I played them in whatever order they came out, making this either my 5th or 6th Metroid game. At some point I downloaded and tried to play Metroid 2, but I got hopelessly lost spider-balling somewhere, and I like how for this part you don't even have to push up on that elevator, you just need to reach it. Anyway, I got lost spider-balling somewhere in the first area, and then I got wrecked by the first Metroid I met. And I was like, yeah, this game isn't for me. Fortunately, another Metroid 2 remake recreated the idea and experience to a certain degree. So that's my story. Alright, so one thing that I appreciate about this game is that it takes your... If you've played other video games before, side-scrolling video games, you probably want to go right. It takes that and says, hey, no, you need to look around. Like, that's just a good way of telling you what's up with this game. And look, there's no enemies here yet. A bunch of stuff that I can't get into. Like, this is the game telling me, hey, keep an eye out. You see these places that you cannot get into yet. One day you will. And I really appreciate that. I used to own like 4 video games for the Super Nintendo. All of them Mario games. And like I rented a bunch of other games. Never beat any of the games I rented. But you know, still enjoyed playing them. Kept seeing Super Metroid, but deciding based on the cover art, that's not for me. I think I really would have enjoyed it, especially since I enjoyed the Mega Man X trilogy. Well, at the time it was a trilogy so much. The Super Nintendo Mega Man X games I enjoyed. Morphing Ball. Okay, I still have... To this day, I have no idea what is up with this, and it disturbs me. I love the exploration aspect of this game. It's what keeps drawing me back, as I'm sure it's what draws so many other people back, time and time again. Alright, here I go. So, somewhere around here is something that rewards you for using power bombs and shine spark or something like that. And almost every time I play I forget to come back for that. It's looking like I'm probably going to get up to the Morph Ball bombs before calling it quits for the day. I always feel like there should be something hidden here, but there isn't anything hidden here that you can get with your current tech, at least. And oh noes, it is the Space Pirates. And I think this is their first proper appearance in the series? Anyway, something that keeps bugging me about this game is when these doors start to flash the first time, if you don't open them, you need to do the thing for them the next time you show up. In this room it's pretty easy because all the enemies exist between the only two doors, but still, I like to open all the doors when they start flashing so I don't have to deal with enemies again if I don't want to later. I mean, these enemies all die in one hit anyway, so for that particular room it's no big deal, but it's the principle of the thing, I suppose, is one idea. Metroid Prime 3 was the first Metroid game I ever got 100% of the items in. I think eventually I managed it once in Fusion. I've never beaten a Metroid game in what's the time that they always ask for? Under 2 hours? Oh, nothing in here for me yet. But there's the game again telling me, hey, you can go farther now. Although I wonder how you're supposed to figure out you can open those red doors with missiles. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, right. Games. Telling me things. Like, the game just told me again, hey, you can go farther now, but you don't have access to everything yet. This game is still a fairly linear experience, I believe. Well, compared with Hollow Knight anyway. But, I don't know, I like the small openings, like how it opens up a little bit and then collapses back into a more linear experience for a bit before opening up again. And that's something that I also enjoyed about another Metroid 2 remake, where within each area you can get the power-ups that exist in pretty much any order, and you're in small self-contained areas. Alright, so, ow, good job me. I'm always amazed at how high Samus can jump right off the bat before even getting the high jump. I didn't even realize I had switched to my bombs there. Or bombs, missiles. And then here, the game suddenly locks you in, leaving you wondering what the heck is going on, letting the tension build, and then the statue attempts to murder. Good job, me. I do appreciate how this boss provides you with health and missile drops, because I don't think this boss is meant to really be a big challenge, clearly. It's just meant to let you know, hey, keep your guard up. You never know when something might happen. Oh, huh, I didn't realize you could just run under those flying critters. I also appreciate the instructions that the game gives you on how to use each power-up. Like, the instructions for the Morph Ball Bomb, where it's telling you using pictures to go into a Morph Ball, and then drop bomb. I don't know, that amuses me. Alright, I'm at least going to go into the next area. Also, another thing I appreciate about this game is how most of the beam upgrades seem to be optional. Also, that right there. That's cool. Like, the game assumes that you're going to be holding forward while you wait for the bomb to explode, and then rewards you by showing you, hey, the bombs will bounce you up and you can get to places with that. One of the things I dislike about this game is how frequently easy it is to... Oh. Come on, brain. Get Samus to the edge of the screen. But not really a whole lot. Here's another thing I love about this game. You start encountering different colors of Space Pirate and discovering that newer colors can block your old tech. Sometimes I forget to blow this up and come in here in order to get it on the map, so I know what and where this is. But yes, can't go past here until you defeat these 4 bosses and claim and free their souls from those statues or something. I'm not sure. I like how early on that is. It's like, this is the final lock. You may not know it's the final lock yet, but it is the final lock. Oh, and these exist to warn you against just shooting all the time while you walk. That's pretty cool. Alright. Descending into man. Where am I winding up? Brinstar? Alright, yeah, Brinstar. Welcome to Brinstar. And I can see that I was in part of Brinstar earlier. Okay, so. Oh no, oh no. I'm locked in until I defeat all the things. Okay, so. There are more things. This actually forces you to explore this area a bit before you can escape. And once again, I'm going to go back and open that locked door before I proceed. So I don't have to defeat all the enemies again, I can just come back. Oh hey, a map station, always useful. On the one hand, the temptation is severe to just go save, and on the other hand, I want to do a thing. Alright, so, this is a thing that I am kind of bad at, and will have to, curses, do several times in order to make it work, right? Nope, hit the ceiling too soon. Yep. Alright, hopefully I didn't hit the ceiling. Curses. I didn't do it right. Again. I'm less concerned with doing things fast and more concerned with doing them out of order. Nope, didn't jump in time. Yeah. Yeah, no, that didn't work at all. And the more times I try this, the worse I get at it. But... Gotcha! So that's a technique known as the mock ball? Where you, reserve tank. I think there's 4 of these. I have never found more than 3. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, what the? Hey! Sorry, the controller stopped responding for a bit. Anyway, yeah, that's a technique known as the mock ball, where if you transform into a morph ball the instant you touch the ground, I mean, obviously there's some leeway, or else I would not have been able to do it reliably. I love how this game rewards you for just bombing everything like this. Oh, yes, if you do this, you'll get even more stuff, like 3 power-ups right here. But the real prize, the real reason to do this out of order. Oh, hey, look, you are trapped here unless you do this. Ideally, you're meant to have the high jump by the time you get here, but as you can see, you can jump off of walls. Anyway, the mock ball. If you hit the ground, if you transform into a morph ball the instant you hit the ground, if you did a running jump, you'll maintain your momentum, and that's really cool. So that let me get the super missile without fighting a certain boss. So yeah, I guess you're just supposed to figure out to open those red doors with missiles by just trying things. This game is about trying things after all. Alright, well, join me next time when I, where's my map? When I head down further. Possibly over to the left? Who knows? We'll see you then.